Alright, this is a cool list that was brainstormed up by the dog. Or at least I'll give him credit for it. This is card for card dog's list. It's another way of running Jade Golems. You might be surprised to learn that not Aya has even made the cut to this deck. Why? Well, that's because this is a miracle list with 2 gadgets and auctioneers. The only Jade Golem card creators in this deck are the Jade Blossoms, which are mostly here for the ramp, and 1 Jade Idol. But out of that 1 Jade Idol, a miracle shall appear. So the basics of the list are that you want to ramp up very quickly. You survive by ramping up and then having way more mana than the opponent and then dealing with his cards that way. You might fall behind, but you then play the Auctioneer, you draw a bunch of cards, you hopefully get Innervate with the Auctioneers, you shuffle the Jade Idol into your deck when you're near gone, and then after that you start summoning Jade Idols, a lot of them. So Jade Idol in this deck is a card that you hope to draw like turn, like the 30th card in your deck. So it's like, what if the Jade Idol's on the bottom of your deck? Well, that's fine, basically. Okay, that looks promising. That looks really promising. So, Wild Growth and the Jade Blossom into Gadget and Auctioneer, Innervate, Coin, do stuff. Draw a bunch of cards, have only a few cards left in the deck, shuffle the Jade Idol back in, go wild. Could have Coin Wild Growth into the Jade Blossom, but I feel like the Coin is better to draw a card.
Ha, this guy's toast.
But I am a new player when it comes to this deck, so it's possible the other one is better. I think Auctioneer on this turn might be good enough. Or I could wait 1 turn, do Swipe Living Roots. Or even something like Swipe Doomsayer. The Miracle deck on his side, it seems. One of the Auctioneers does want to be used at the end so that you can Jade Idol a bunch, but one of the Auctioneers can be used early, and should be used early, so that you can draw a bunch of cards so you can get to the end. So the plan is he's probably going to take care of the Doomsayer. I'm going to do Auctioneer, Living Roots, and then possibly use Innervates. It's good to save the Innervates for the second Auctioneer as well, since you can then use more mana to get more Jade Idols. But we'll see.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Alright, let's begin. So the worst case is I'm going to Wild Growth, but hopefully not. Wrath is good here. If he had a tough time comboing the first one, it's possible that the Auctioneer is actually going to stay on the board, and that would be disgusting. I mean, I don't think Auctioneer will stay on the board. He'll probably have to come up with another tough way to remove it. I mean, it was obvious that he was stretching to kill it. I wonder why I didn't shiv this rate last turn. Emperor Thor Sand Hero Power? Yeah, it's possible I get a double discount. That'd be pretty disgusting. Oh, he drew Shadow Strike. I actually forgot about Jade Blossom not doing anything on 10. I should have probably used it earlier. Maybe instead of playing Emperor Thorson on that turn, I should have done Jade Blossom plus Arcane Giant.
I got the best deals anywhere.
He saps the 2 mana card. 3 mana card. It's gonna be 0 mana card. My miracle is a greater miracle than yours will ever be. Oh, I did miss free Wild Growth. I got to 10 mana that turn, right? I should have played Wild Growth.
Spectacular.
That looks like a Give Apu.
For the wilds.
Not using the excess mana because if you draw the gadgets on auction, your excess mana is really good to draw 2 cards with. I wonder if he runs Conceal there. I wonder if he tries to win with like that mana worm.
The light shall bring victory. I must protect the wild.
Alright, against the priest, I think I have a decent chance of getting to the miracle without... They're usually not that aggressive. Should I choose Savagery? Probably not. 3-2, probably. Those are some pretty bad choices. This is a pretty terrible hand.
For the wild.
We're in some really terrible shape here. Just looking to draw in the Azure Drake or Nourish. So I need either Ramp, or I need... He's playing a Reno Priest, so I have plenty of time. I need either Ramp or card draw. Oh man, now I'm not sure which one I don't have any good cards. And I have a lot of time, so I think I'd Nourish here. That's pretty good. I'm gonna save Innervate for Gadget Sand. Could Innervate out Doomsayer here, but I don't feel pressured enough to do so. It's possible that he doesn't have 1 damage for the Doomsayer. Never lucky. I can do 4-1-2 as well. That'll cost 7 mana.
The end is coming!
You wish to live
Forever? Fandral 4, 5, 7, 8. He has 2, 4, 6, 9. That's fine. Plenty of time.
Behold the rage of the Firelands.
Arcane Anomaly. Okay. Law. Soul of the Forest is actually pretty good if I only had the mana to do so. Claw, I think, is the best general one here.
Let reading drag.
I was about to be like, pint-sized potion, Cabal Shadow Priest hype. That would have been awesome. Alright, let's draw some cards, shall we? I'm gonna innervate for sure. Gah. Wow, that's unfortunate. I whiffed. That's pretty unlikely to whiff like that, I would say. It's not like I shouldn't have not played the Arcane Anomaly. On 3 mana I can get Feral Rage or Jade Blossom. That's why I didn't play it. So I'm not playing it in order to hide my shame, for reference. Alright, draw 3, then play Azure Drake, probably. No, draw 3, Mire Keeper, Arcane Giant.
The land serves me.
In fact, it might usually be too slow to play that 1 mana card since I'm going to try to miracle out. Every single 1 mana card is going to be way better than the 2/6. The last turn is going to be something like Auctioneer, Innervate, Jade Idol, Jade Idol, Jade Idol, Jade Idol, Jade Idol, Jade Idol, Jade Idol. Did I say that the right amount of times? Seems like a Reno deck, so it's okay for this to go to 5.
Engaging PC wizard into
Ooh.
dislocator.
Spectacular.
Oh, actually I should swipe that. Interesting. So the end game is lining up really well here. This deck is probably at its best against a Reno deck, because the Reno decks are so light in their pressure. Would actually love not to draw the card here, because if I waited, I would draw an extra card with Auctioneer, but I need to in order to dig a little bit deeper. I think next turn I play Auctioneer and I start going off. It would have been nice to get the other card, the Wrath or the Thaurissan. Might actually just be worth it now. If I were to do it, I should have played Auctioneer first. I actually quite possibly should have done Auctioneer there. Do I want to take 4? 8. I'd go down to... I can do Feral Rage to gain 4, and I can... Yeah, that's fine. I'll do both once.
For the wild.
The next turn, we're gonna start doing the Auctioneer thing. I'll have 5 mana to play with the Jade Idols.
I ain't
Oh no!
Thank you.
Dirty Rat is a card that I considered putting onto the 1-star category, and I probably should have.
I'm ruined! I'm ruined! Okay, we have to go all in. There's not enough time to shuffle, since I would only be drawing like a very limited card each turn.
I'm almost out of cards. I'm out of cards.
I do need to kill this, since I need to deal the damage each turn. I probably shouldn't have cycled the Wrath, though. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that.
At last, a worthy disciple.
Not enough time means that a Reno Priest is going to be able to deal with like a 4-4 on one turn and then a 5-5 on another turn and then a 6-6 and then a 7-7. Basically, I felt like that would be too slow. Anyways. That rat, yeah.
I concede.
Man. It was the right play at the end. It would have been too slow. Like, see, if he had an 8-8, I would have never been able to handle him. The main play deviation was that, well, one, he had to have Dirty Rat. Two, I could have played Auctioneer like 2 turns earlier.
You asked for it.
I must protect the wild.
A pretty good anti-aggro hand.
You want to cast a spell?
Hopefully get
Cast a spell.
ramp. There's so many ways to ramp in this deck. That's not a good way to do it. But you can Raven Idol for ramp, you have Wild Growth, you have Jade Blossom, you have Mire Keeper, and you have Nourish. And all of that is redundant in order to guarantee, well, not guarantee one, but in order to get one with more frequency. Just gotta get it, though. Seems like the opponent is a slow Reno Mage deck. I'm gonna have plenty of time to set up my Wombo combo. They have a Wild Growth, great. Now I hope to get Nourish and then ramp with that. Try to save the coin in the interview from the Auctioneer.
For the wild.
I wonder if he's happy that I'm giving him time. Or maybe he's desperate, because this, Druids kind of have inevitability in long games. Do I use my first Auctioneer to go and just innervate coin, living roots, dig for stuff?
What to do? What to do?
Let's make magic.
Is he a tempo mage? Would hate it if he copied my Auctioneer. I'll play this. Keep it slow. Each mana I gain is more potential for Gadgetzan Auctioneer action. Gadgetzan Auctioneer action.
For the wild.
I didn't play the Doomsayer on 5 mana because he seemed like a really slow deck, so I wasn't sure if I was going to hit anything. But now I'd be blocking a 7 mana play. Seems a lot better. And then just pass it over. Alright. Let's go for it, I guess.
I got the best deals anywhere.
It's okay. I even wanted him to counter that over the coin because the coin is better. I can innervate wild growth. I don't think that's worth it. I think that's good enough for now. On turn 9, I'm going to play Mire Keeper and Swipe, perhaps. And on turn 10, I'll play Wild Growth. I'll be drawing the remaining cards with Nourish, or something like that. If I get to save the coin in the auctioneer for, or the coin in the innervate for the second auctioneer, they'll look pretty good. Is this a Tempo Mage, which got a really spell-heavy draw?
The land serves me.
Or is it a Reno Mage, which decided to Frostbolt my face?
I'm not lonely.
I can simply take a little bit of damage if I want to. I want to set up for a really good turn. I'm going to not take damage and just trade off the board. These minions don't matter that much. He did Frostbolt my face, which is suspicious.
Feel my wrath.
The next turn I'm going off.
The end is coming!
Yeah, that's probably fine, even with a Doomsayer out. Okay, so he is a Tempo, or he is a Reno Mage. His only strange play done there. Actually, it is my second one, so I should play it even slower. Could just use this turn to gain armor. It's not like I would be able to use this otherwise. Maybe both of them gain armor, but having one thing available to do damage is useful.
Crystals! Fresh from Kazakis. Someday I'll be just like you.
I don't know if you possibly pick Counterspell, but I'll use the excess mana. One of them, just to check. Seems most likely that he would pick Mirror Entity.
Time waits for no one. For the wild.
Secret's actually quite troublesome since I can't give him an 8/8. I don't have very much direct damage left. I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to like go off from here.
I got the best deals
Like I kind of need to kill the auctioneer. I'll probably have to Feral Rage it down.
Happy Feast of Winter Veil.
I have 9 cards in my hand, so excess mana is good, right? Yeah. Or 6. Do I have my Jade Idol yet? No, not yet.
Behold the rage of the firelands.
Time waits for no one.
I have to make sure I don't overdraw for even Idol.
I
I'm gonna play a Jade Idol. Okay.
I'm out of cards.
Oh, it goes in that direction.
For the wild.
Well, that was a good lesson learned. Jade Idol being the last card there was actually kind of bad. Let's see, if I played Raven Idol there, that'd be 4-7. I would draw, I would go down to 6. I would pick up 2 cards, 1 more card. That's fine. Oh, he's letting me show off. That's pretty cool.
I'm almost out of cards.
Now you can actually still win from here, which is kind of sick.
Time waits for no one. I'm almost out of cards.
Amazing.
I'm out of cards. For the wild.
It actually buffs the Jade Golems even if you can't get a Jade Golem out on the board. Fun tip.
My hand is too full.
I actually have no way to do direct damage.
I'm almost out of cards. For the wilds.
Yay, it happened.
Amazing.
Spectacular.
You win.
That's pretty cool.